Well, what's up again there, guys? Brian here at 3TR, here to bring you another pretty solid episode of my weekly Cooney Show Child of Peeps Questions, episode 231. This time we got only about 6 questions from all regulars of mine, so we got a pretty straightforward and shorter episode than last week. We're starting off with the first question coming from a man who's been with me for a while, Mr. Kyle Zamet, and you want to know, in the new God of War, do I think we'll get to play as Kratos' son? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will. I'm pretty confident that Santa Monica Studios is going to take a page out of Naughty Dog's book and kind of use a system kind of similar to what we had in The Last of Us, where I believe most of the game will definitely be playing as Kratos, but there'll definitely be a couple of sections where we'll be able to play as Kratos' son. In fact, if you actually watch the demo, I do happen to know that there were a number of experience points that were more towards archery and focus, and I think that would have applied more to Kratos' son than Kratos, so I'm pretty positive we'll get to play as him at some point. The next question comes from Ladybug012, and you want to know, do I think that in Resident Evil 7 we will return to the ruins of Raccoon City? No. You have to remember, Raccoon City was completely nuked, so there really wouldn't be much left. And even if there was ruins, that place would be so heavily radiated, why would anyone even want to go there? You would practically be asking for a death sentence. And I'm already not even really excited for Resident Evil 7, especially if they're really serious about going for this new approach of going it all VR or going from a first-person point of view. You know, say what you will about the last 2 Resident Evil games, but I was personally a fan of it. I'm not saying you can't go to its roots, but, you know, keep driving the series forward and, you know, don't revamp the franchise entirely, otherwise they should have just rebooted it at that point. Your next question comes from Dazman96, and you want to know, am I planning on using any other gaming franchise for characters in my Versus series? Definitely, but I'm kind of on the fence on who to, or what franchise to use. If you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, which I'll leave links to those down below in the description, you would know that I recently finished the script for my next matchup, which is Samuel from Metal Gear Rising versus Gray Fox. I'm currently in the editing and recording stage right now, but since that is probably going to be my, sorry, my phone. That's probably going to be my last Metal Gear Solid match I do. I kind of need another franchise to fall back onto, since at this point I'm only using Final Fantasy and Resident Evil, so as soon as I come up with a good franchise that I can use that has a good variety of characters and matches that haven't been done before, I'll start using those ones, but I probably won't need to worry about that till Season 4, as soon as I'm done with all of Season 3's matchups, which have already been decided. Next question comes from John Allen, or Allen, I hope I'm saying that right this time, and he wants to know, if I could do a video with another YouTuber, who would it be and what would it be about? Oh, wow. Well, John, I've actually done a number of collaboration videos. I've done about 3 with probably the closest friend I have right now, Miss Kathleen MMS. We've done like a number of like discussion videos where we talked about, you know, DC movies coming out, especially including like Suicide Squad and Batman and a couple video game ones. However, we have been talking for several months that we would like to do an in-person collaboration video, so that's something I would really love to do in the near future. I would love to do a collaboration video with Miss Rachel Moore, but I kind of already did a video at SkillCon of us just kind of hanging out, and I really wish we could have done one at Disneyland, but by the time she got there it was already kind of nighttime, so it would have been really hard to do a video at that time. So I'd love to do like a debate video with her, but the one type of collaboration video I'm aching to do is I would love to do a Versus Series collaboration with any one of the members of the, I like to call, Star Wars Versus Series Jedi Council. Now, believe it or not, I've actually tried to contact all of them a few times, but none of them have responded back to me. I'm kind of getting the feeling that maybe they think I'm not quite on their level. So maybe if I get like, I don't know, another 20 or 30,000 subscribers, maybe they'll consider talking to me. And though I will openly admit that I'm not as big of a Star Wars fan as any of them, I am knowledgeable enough that I could actually talk and actually keep a coherent conversation and keep up with them to some degree. So doing a collaboration video with any one of them would be just a fun exercise to do. And the next question comes from Santos Scarpino, and you want to know, oh dear, why do you do this? Who is my least favorite Final Fantasy main villain? Well, buddy, if you've been watching this channel long enough, you should already know the answer to that. And that would be Mr. Space Pope from Final Destination 13. And this question kind of goes into the next question as for why do you people do this to me? You know that just thinking about this fucking game gets my blood boiling and gets me frustrated. But you want, well, Mr. Macho Whisker 17, what game or games have made me throw the controller across the room out of frustration? Well, you know the answer to that. So why are you constantly having me talk about this fucking game? Which it's not a game, it's an abomination, and should never exist. It is the only game that has got me to that point. It is the only game that has made me push to play Hannah Montana, which I believe is a far superior game to this. That actually made me very, very seriously consider giving up gaming. Because if they could fuck up a franchise this badly with one game, no franchise is safe. And I've seen this happen to other franchises, and it is just painful to watch. So, yes, you know the answer to that question. It is Final Damnation 13. No other game has really gotten me to that point. Now, certainly I've played other games that were bad and had terrible controls, but not to the point where I would want to throw my controller across the room and risk breaking it, which would force me to have to spend money in order to buy another one. So getting to that point is really, really hard for me to do. And with that, those are all the questions that you all sent for me for this episode. I'd like to thank all 6 of you for making this episode possible. And if you like this video, feel free to like, comment down below if you would like me to answer any more questions for next week's episode. And if there are any questions you asked last week that you didn't hear in this video, be sure to check the comments of last week's episode, and you'll probably see an answer to your question in the comments down below. And like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I will see you next time.